Hey, how's it going everyone? Today we're going to be working on this Game Boy Advance SP. Now this one originally they mentioned that it was having issues with the right trigger over here. And when I went ahead and tested it out, um, once I had closed it and put the new case and everything, I did notice that it wasn't working all the time. Like, so you can see here, I pushed it and it works some of the times and other times it doesn't even register. So let's see if we can get it. You see, there we go. So it's not getting some of the inputs here. So I figured this would make a great video since I think it's a pretty quick fix, and I just want to go ahead and showcase how to actually replace one of those bumpers. So just to kind of show you what I did in the past was I simply just cleaned it out, and I did take it out and noticed that there was a little bit of rust, but that seemed to have fixed it only for a little bit, and I think the issues just came back. So this is already pretty much disassembled. We're just going to go straight into fixing it. Let's go ahead and get started. So as I mentioned before, this was already disassembled, but in the case that you were trying to remove all the screws, there's one here, these four. There's one locator right here, one right here, and then this one to hold the cap. Once all those are off, you can simply remove the cap. And so here, I also have three other screws that are located right here, here, and here, but I have removed them because I was working on this bumper for a little bit. So we'll go ahead and just assume that they were there. And the next piece that you would have to do is just simply lift this up carefully and move it outward. And you'll see that there's a cable here, right, that holds it. Let's move this out of the way. This just kind of fell off. And you would simply have to push these locks outward. So there you go. And that should free up this motherboard here. Let's put this to the side. And now we have our board. So if we look at it, this is our right bumper. So it's going to be located on the left hand side. And I did replace this, but I do have some extra pieces here that I ordered to kind of replace these pieces here. So let's see how these feel first of all. So these have that nice click. I don't think these replacement pieces had them, so I think they might feel a little different. I'm not sure if I just want to replace both of them. Yeah, these feel just like regular buttons. I might just replace both of them and just keep the other one as a spare. Just that way it has a consistent feel on both. So I think what I'm going to end up doing is just simply removing both of them, even though one of them is broken. I just feel like I don't want that inconsistent experience on one having a clicky side. So one's clicky, and these other ones that are the replacement, they have kind of just like a regular button press feel. So just to make the experience consistent, I'm just going to replace both of them. I'm probably going to go ahead and just simply throw this one away and then just clean this, keep the other one as a spare. So I got my desoldering gun. I'm going to go ahead and heat it up, and let's go ahead and start removing these. So now that everything is soldered into place, let's go ahead and get the casing with the buttons and the ribbon cable, and let's reattach the motherboard. So let me go ahead and zoom out, and this is the piece that I'm referring to. Now it's a little tricky to put it back on there, but what I like to do is just simply get the tweezers like this and just hold it on a sturdy part, not the flimsier side. Now this is where it gets a little tricky. So here I'm kind of holding it with my thumb so it doesn't slip out. And slowly I just kind of make it go back in. So here I was struggling a little bit. There we go. Now I'm gonna push the lock back in, and now on the other side I'm gonna go ahead and try to slide that back up a little bit. And actually it looks like it's already kind of aligned, so I don't think there's much that I have to do here. And just to double check the work, I'm gonna go ahead and be gentle. So here you can actually see that it looks pretty aligned, but maybe we can push this one in a little bit more. Unlock it. See if I can push just a tad. Oh, looks like it's pretty good there. So just be careful. Let me zoom out. Here. Just be careful, and then just simply put it back on there. So we can see that it's back on here. Let's go ahead and just easily test it out. But before I go ahead and do that, I did forget, and I noticed right now, the speaker. So I'm going to put this piece of felt there and the speaker. So that should be the last thing that we include. Now I'm not going to screw it in. I know it has the missing 3 screws here, but I'm gonna go ahead and just simply test it out and see if this is enough to fix it. Just turn it on. Everything seems good. Now here's the moment of truth. We want to test both of them. So although the other one was working, since we replaced it, we want to double check that everything's working. And so that R button is working. But before, let's go ahead and test the left button now. So there's the R button. You can see that clearly. It's working. All right, now let's test the left button. The way I test this, I move out of the screen, and then this should move it. There we go. Let's move it the other way. There it is. Okay, so everything seems to be working. I'm gonna go ahead and turn this off so we can go ahead and reassemble. So we have the 3 screws here, here, and here. Let's go ahead and assemble it. Now we want to go ahead and put the case, and the easiest way that I like to put this is this slider here tends to be a pain in the butt. I slide it all the way down, and then I slide this all the way down, and then I go ahead and put it on. And that should make things easier. Once everything's on, let's go ahead and put the remainder of the screws. So for this, I'm going to need the Y0 bit, and we'll go ahead and start with the bigger ones out here, and then I'll work my way to the little ones here. Let's go ahead and test everything one more time, make sure everything's working. All right, that R button seems to be working just fine. And the L button, let's go ahead and test that. There we go, that seems to be working fine. Start, select, the light button, seems to be working. I think we're good. So now that we tested this twice already and everything seems to be working, we can go ahead and say that this has been fixed. So I know I haven't been releasing content these past couple of weeks. I've just been pretty busy with other things that have been going on, and I do apologize for that, but I do plan on releasing more content. Nonetheless, hopefully you all enjoyed today's video. I thought it was a pretty cool one. I definitely enjoyed working on it. And if you like today's content, please be sure to hit that like button. And if you're new to the channel, please be sure to subscribe as I release more content. I'll catch you all next time.